Hello everyone, Darren, Wandering Mind. So, day 10. Just come from Abbotsbury Swannery. Camped over last night. The gaffer at that place, he let me camp there. So, most appreciated, Charlie. Really good that, mate. Had a brew in that this morning, filled my water bottles up. Everything's good. Beautiful day. So, the past couple of days I've been thinking about mental health, my mental health, talk about mental health. So what I'm going to do is, what we have to do is, we have to go back to the beginning. So, like the very beginning of my life, where all, everything becomes all tangled up, I suppose, like my head and that. But what I need to do is, before I start, I need to put a warning out for people who are watching this. So, I'm going to be talking about sexual abuse and childhood sexual abuse, what I personally suffered. So the reason why I'm saying that is, if anybody, if it's going to affect anybody, then turn off. You need to keep yourself safe. You need to look after yourself. Especially if anybody suffered any form of sexual abuse or physical abuse or anything throughout any time in their life, just don't watch this video. All right. You have a good day anyway. See you on the next one. Right. So I was born in '82. I'm going to be vaping in this one as well. So I was born in '82. Countess Chester Hospital. My mum was 17. So she was 16 when she got pregnant. She was still in school. And at 17, I was born. So first 9 months of my life, I lived with my nan's, with my mum. Obviously, you don't remember that. And then she got a house. She got a house in Blacon, Chester. So proper, council estate, like proper, like council estate. And life was alright. I had like a massive adventure playground, like next door, football pitches. There was Lord Byron pub directly across the road from my house. So massive car park and that. So we go in there, play footy, mess about. It was alright. Then my little brother come along. I was about what? I was about 4.5. Yeah, I'm about 4.5 years older than him. And then when I was about 6, coming up to 7, I started going out with this bloke. He was in the army. He was a squaddy soldier. And them two, them two were like seeing each other and that. And then he'd go away and then he'd come back and then he'd go away and then he'd come back. But then what he then started to do was, he used to say he was going to take me down the park to go and play football in his car. But we never used to go down to the park and go play football. Take me down some country road or somewhere like that, and he'd sexually abuse me. And he used to do stuff to me, and he used to make me do stuff to him when I was a little kid. And this continued. And then it just started happening in the house, you know, wherever he could. But the way he used to like spin it with me was he used to say, "This is what special friends do to each other when they show each other that they love each other." And if you want me to, you know, still be in your life and look after your mum and look after your little brother and that, then this is what you've got to do. But you can't tell anybody because I'm in the army and I've got big guns. And he bought me a action figure. I think it might have been like a G.I. Joe or something like that. And he pointed to it, soldier holding the gun, and he was like, "See that? No, I'll never forget this because this was the catalyst. Go see that? Yeah." He goes, "If you tell anybody about what we do, even though it's all perfectly fine and it's perfectly normal, you know, because we're special friends and this is what special friends do with each other. Well, if you tell anybody, then I'm going to come round, round to your house and I'm going to come round with one of them big guns in my bag and I'm going to take the big gun out and I'm going to shoot your mum and I'm going to shoot your brother and then I'm going to shoot you. But if you don't tell anybody and we keep doing what we're doing, then if anybody ever comes round who wants to hurt mummy or hurt your little brother or hurt you, then I'll come round with my big gun and I'll shoot them." And this just went on and on and on and on. Every single one of us out there in our brain is a little tiny ember. And that's called mental health. It's just in there. Smaller than a hair. But it's all in our brains. It's just there. Just tiny, minute little ember. And as soon as that gets touched, it fuses. It sparks. That's when mental health can have a massive effect. So we carried on going to the parks and we carried on going to other places and we carried on going in his car and we carried on, in the house because, I'm a little kid. I love my mum. I love my little brother. They've got to be safe. So for them to be safe and for me to be able to protect them, then I've got to keep doing what I'm doing, but I can't tell anybody. And then one morning, got up and I went downstairs. And my mum said to me, she went, "He's not coming back no more." We split up, we finished, or whatever. And that little ember in my head, not only did it get touched and spark, it exploded. And with that explosion, it took everything away from me. Like everything. What I mean by that is it took away my innocence, my joy. my happiness, my emotions, how to regulate my emotions. Took everything. Took absolutely everything away from me because they all just burnt in that massive explosion in my head from that little ember. And I boxed it. As soon as that explosion happened, all of them emotions and feelings and that all went in there, and I just boxed it. But then all what it left me with was anger, hatred, in a massive, massive way. Because I was frustrated. I was frustrated at the fact that I went through what I went through and I had to do what I had to do to keep everybody safe. But then all of a sudden, my mum can sit down and say to me that he's not coming back no more. And I hated my mum for that. Did. Did. Little kid hating your mum. I love my mum, wanted to protect my mum. But that instantly went to hatred, to anger, to frustration. And I just exploded massively. I went from a happy, playful kid to just the absolute. Remember the Tasmanian devil? That was me. All my family, they all, are just typical Darren in it. I was the kid who I'd stay out till like 11 o'clock at night. After this, I'd have like the whole estate looking for me, and I'd just be out playing. Didn't care. Didn't care. Didn't have them emotions to care. Still don't think I have. It's what I've been working on. I would just be destructive, just be horrible. Go from 0 to 100 in a second like that. Screaming, shouting, violent. I'd just do what I wanted when I wanted from such a young age, and nobody could stop me. And the simple fact is, nobody could stop me because I just didn't care. I would just go off. I would just do what I want when I wanted. Because why should I care? Why should I listen to these people who were telling me what to do when they weren't there to help me and they weren't there to protect me? When what I was doing was helping to protect them, and I was doing stuff what I didn't want to do, but I did it. And that's just had a complete, well, it shaped my entire life. It has shaped my entire life. You know, brutal, absolute fucking brutal. And then you box it up, it stays with you. You go through school. I was one of them kids in school. I just didn't care. Really didn't. Flip tables, get detention, walk out, bunk off. I just do whatever. I just did whatever I wanted. And it's not funny. It's just what I just didn't have. I just didn't know how much of an emotional impact I was having on myself and everybody else, because them emotions, they were gone. They were gone. And they've been gone my entire life. They have. And they all got burnt. They all got put in that box. But I'm trying. I'm trying. It's really hard. Really difficult. I mean, it's strange, isn't it? Last video I did, I got emotional at the fact, you know, shed a tear for the people who I'd met who've spoken about, you know, people who have taken their own lives because of mental health and the lack of help and support and that. But I can talk about my darkest secret. Nothing. Like nothing. I don't feel it. I don't. I never have. The only emotions what I can feel within myself is like the negative emotions, is like the anger, the frustration, the hatred. You know, and that's just how I've always been. You know, I don't see people for years, and it just doesn't emotionally impact me. I don't see my children. It doesn't emotionally impact me because them emotions what I had and what I should have grew up with, I just don't have them. I don't. I just don't have them. You know, since my suicide attempt and going into secure services and actually like being honest with myself that, you know, this did actually happen to me. Because before this, there's not many people in the world who I've spoken to about one hand. Now I'm telling everyone. Because this is where it all began. Because if that never happened, well then I can't live like that. I can't live my life with, well, if this didn't happen and that didn't happen, then I'd be, you know, I don't know, I'd be like an astronaut or a fighter pilot or something like that. But it did. It did. It still impacts me to this day. It does. There's a particular smell. I used to have visions of him. Visions of him with his army boots on, his blue denim jeans, black t-shirt, bomber jacket, and a rucksack. And that was his rucksack, what he had his gun in. I kept my mouth shut, everything would be good. Be a good little boy, do as I was told. Everyone would be alright. Everyone was alright. It just emotionally ruined me. Absolutely emotionally ruined me. Well, since, you know, I went into secure services and I started talking about it, chased, tried to find them emotions. I don't know if they're gone forever. I don't know, but I'm trying. This is helping. Doing this, walking, no talking. It feels quite strange talking about it because I know I'm going to post it. I know I'm going to put it out there. I just hope people see this from back in the day. Nobody, when I was being the way that I was being and I was doing what I was doing, nobody ever sat me down and asked me why. It was just always, oh, it's typical Darren, innit? You know, black sheep of the family. I was uncontrollable. I know I was uncontrollable. I know I was. Nobody could stop me doing what I was doing. I remember one time, I was out playing with my mates, playing footy. And round our way, it used to be, you know, when it gets dark and that, and the lamps come on, street lights come on, you go home, he's playing footy and that. Street lamps come on, still playing footy. Mum come out, big, like long, like alleyway next to the side of the pub. Everyone's back gardens there, alleyway there, pub there. Right down the bottom playing footy. Mum comes down, so I didn't get home. I'm like, no, I'm playing footy. So I get home now. Dragging me home. So across the road, walked into the front door. Went into the front door. Mum shut the front door. She's locked it. Took the key. She's gone upstairs. I've walked straight through the house to the back door. Back door was open. Opened the back door. Shut the back door. Walked out. Went back round. Carried on playing footy. Just did it. Just did it. I was just so stubborn. So stubborn. And then I just went all the way through school, high school. You know what I mean? This is genuinely how stubborn I was. Right, when I was in high school, my form tutor, I was messing about, and he was like, "Right, get up, do 10 press ups." He was our PE teacher, Mr. Williams, big old Welsh fella, loved his rugby and that. He's like, "Get up, give me 10 press ups." I was like, "No." He's like, "Get up, give me 10 press ups now." I was like, "No." He goes, "Right, you're going to go and stand up against that wall, and you're going to look at that wall, and when you're ready to do these 10 press ups, then you can do the 10 press ups, and then you can go." So I was like, right, so form tutoring usually like 9 o'clock in the morning till like 20 past 9. So I'm standing looking at the wall, still ain't done them press ups. Bell goes, everyone's got to go to first class. Mr. Williams says to me, he's like, "You're going to do them 10 press ups?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Right, come with me then." So I was like, "Fine." So left form tutor, bomb, went down to the gym. He's got his like first lesson and that. He's like, "Right, stand at that wall." So I was like, "All right." So I stood at that wall, was looking at that wall. He's doing his lesson, and he pops out, and he's like, "You're going to do them 10 press ups?" I was like, "No." So first lesson went, second lesson went, break, still standing at the wall. Lunchtime comes, he says to me, he's like, "Why won't you just do these 10 press ups and go?" And I was like, "You ain't telling me what to do." So he's like, "Go and have your lunch." I was like, "I'm alright." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm alright. I'm staying here." I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm not having lunch." And I did, stood there at the wall, lessons, end of school. Mr. Williams, he turned around and said to me, he goes, "Get in 10 press ups and you can go home." I was like, I ain't fucking doing these press ups. I was like, "I ain't doing them. You're not telling me what to do." I was dead on my feet. Absolutely dead on my feet. I hadn't had a drink, I hadn't had nothing to eat. Have you ever tried to do that? Stand and look at a wall for like 6.5 hours solid. Well, that's how determined I was. That's how stubborn I was. That's how like emotionless I was. Anybody else, they would have just gone down, bang, 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 10 press ups, gone. Me, nah, fuck yeah. You ain't telling me what to do. Nobody's telling me what to do. Didn't have them emotions within me. Just didn't. It was my way, or everyone else can just fuck off and jog on. Horrible way to live. Horrible way to live. Anyway, school's finished. Mr. Williams is like, "Ah, right, you got detention." I was like, "Sound." I was like, "Give me another fucking detention. Why not? Come on. I love this place anyway. Teach me fuck all. Don't get on with no one in school. No one like me in school. It's fine." So then I left that school that day without doing them 10 press ups. Didn't have them emotions. Still haven't. Still haven't. This hasn't been hard talking about this. It's been quite nice actually. Get it out there. Let everyone know. Maybe this will give some people understanding of me a bit, a bit more of like how I was. People who've known me for like years and years and years, and then we haven't like spoke for years and years and years. Because I just haven't got them emotion. I just haven't. I can cut off. I I can't. Really, really hard to explain. Really hard for me to understand. But I'm trying to work on it. Um, um, I can laugh and I can joke and stuff like that. I can, but I don't know. I don't know. It's brutal. Brutal being a kid going through that. Didn't talk about it. Didn't talk about it. Didn't seek help. Boxed it away. And you get older. Tell you what, that's going to be the next bit I'm going to talk about actually. I don't want to do a massive long video. It's boiling up. It's a beautiful day. Want to crack on a few more miles. Still got to walk along this fucking stony ass beach, Chisel Beach. At the end of it now though, hopefully I'm going to hit some towns and that. I need to charge up some power packs and that. And see what's about. Alright. So I hope that hasn't affected anybody in a negative way who's watched that. But I need to let people know, yeah. Start. And that was the start of my mental health. I know it was. I know it was. I've done all the psychology, all the psychiatry. I've done every single talking therapy session. That's where it all began. Alright. So I'm going to sit here for a couple more minutes now and have another couple of toughs on this. Which this, by the way, this is fucking gone soon. Telling you, vaping's gone. Don't want to do that no more. I'm going to have a swig of that. I'm going to crack on. Alright. Bye.